Hello. You know, I can keep this music playing right now, actually. There we go. Alright. Greetings, fellow travelers, as I, TheDomotaku again. We're back here doing the Archon quest. Why? Because unfortunately, I left myself in the middle of a cutscene, and I'm stuck here until I complete this. So I can't do my dailies, I can't do my resin. So yeah, I was like, you know what, fuck it, might as well just keep on going. I am quite curious about the thing. We just kind of separate into a separate stream to, I don't know, build suspense, I guess. We left it off hanging at the last stream at the start of the court trial, so now we're here back to actually do the trial so I can free myself from this cutscene and do my dailies and everything like that. So all right, is there no game audio right now? No, I think there's like no dialogue going, so we're just gonna keep going straight ahead right now because I can't do anything else right now. So let's check out the trial. What do we do, traveler? The whole situation is so confusing. Paimon, watch this. I haven't played Ace Attorney. I've watched people play Ace Attorney. I've played Honkai Star Rail. I got this. I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step. Yes.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Okay, yeah, the audio's working. It's just quiet here. Yes, only one truth prevails.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
All right, time to bust out my Ace Attorney. I still ain't finished the other stream. What's up, Lash? Welcome. It was pretty good, honestly. Like, finally, like you get straight into it in this story. Like, it's quite surprising how
back.
like
Well,
you get to Fontaine
your
and
investigation
then you're just
go?
in it. Like, freaking Hydro Archon finds you, find Lynette. It just goes. I'm just like surprised at how like it fastly accelerates, but I like it. It's a different pace and very different in like other stuff.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
Bro, Farina, I swear to gosh, just like, oh my goodness, bro. She just makes things worse.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Alright, just you wait. We have the evidence reveals the truth.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Oh, here's the music, finally. We have a whole ass audience? Oh my goodness.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Bro, you want him to reveal his magic trick in front of everyone?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Oh, we're just recreating the entire crime scene. Okay. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna skip the black text screen.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Bro, you don't know shit, Farina. How the hell are you trying to object to this?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Objection! Objection!
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right
Was
here.
it at 30? Shit, I should remember this. How could Linné not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
What the fuck is
Look at those
this?
scales. Could those mean...
Wow, that's how they do justice and shit in here, bro. That's kind of thing. They probably represent the Oratrice's stance in the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Man, I want to shut the fuck up.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
I don't know about that.
Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The fuck does that mean?
The House of the Hearth?
Wait, what? Number Tui?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
They're for Tui? Oh my gosh, that's why they're always with freaking Archileno or whatever in the trailers.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Gosh, fuck. Freaking Farida, bro. Shut the fuck.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
We have a history with the Fatui Paimon. Linné and Lynette were Fatui.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Linné has concealed his identity, this could all have been set up beforehand. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with the other house operatives. There must be some kind of scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
I knew it.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
The fuck? Shut the fuck up, people!
What should we do now?
Evidence, people! Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as
Shut
guilty.
the fuck.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say!
Thank you. I will have order.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating, bro. I want to freaking shut her ass up. Bro, I could not be an attorney, bro. This is fucking too thing. Well, particularly like you're on like the losing side or like the underdog side, bro.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon just knew where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
Alright, let me hear you out.
I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But how can we know this isn't just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
This guy was trying to go through and investigate shit during the trick.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Okay, and what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should. I'll defend you guys.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two.
Okay.
If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Alright, well, we have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The adjournment's all over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
I hope Aether gets voice lines in here. Linnea's statement. Linnea claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratory's core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place and does not hear the thud. The voice in the Oratory's core chamber. Linnea claims to have heard a mysterious voice in the chamber that houses the Oratory's core within the Opera House's underground structures. We have all the facts. Continue taking part in the trial. Nice little break room. Alright, time to bust out my skills now. We've let Farina talk way too much in this damn trial. It's time to shut her ass up.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention, at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any errorist assertions or facts and replace them with a new interface. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The orators will display your such sifts clearly. Okay. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Correct.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linney red-handed.
That's some bullshit.
So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box.
That's pretty convenient if you ask me for you.
Afterward, Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the
Objection!
events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linney experienced, and what he saw.
Yes, Zach! Lines! Linney entered the tunnel as the countdown began. Yep. Loud sound was from Linney and Halsey's fight. Linney claimed he heard nothing. Okay, loopholes. Linney claims he headed towards the chamber containing the oratory's core and upon entering the tunnel, did not witness the crime taking place.
According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
During the switching force, there was an incredible thud. The voice in the oratory's chamber, no. No one left the opera house. Okay, that's fine. Linney knocked Halsey out using the vase and removed her clothes to prevent her from being identified. However, was really in the tunnel at the time. No. Strange sound during the magic show. Heard the voice.
Linney went to the room that contains the oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Linney knocked thing. Cowell locked on Linney. No, he saw the clothes.
Linney did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Go ahead, Paimon. Speak the truth.
When the countdown started, Linney did indeed go into the tunnel, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
He did vent. I was like, yo, the killer vented after committing the crime, but no, it was actually Lenny. Lenny vented.
Finally, he reached the surface.
What's up, Clown? Welcome back.
And that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Therefore, he vented. Like that. Objection.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
Yeah, everything you say is crap. The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Lenny by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Lenny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become critical clue. It's mine. Choose the most... Wait, what? Which is the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel how the crime took place? Probably a third person? No. Which is the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Strange sound during the magic show? No. Entrances, exits? No. Audience side, magic box structure? No. Is it only these ones? Okay, so those three. No one left the opera house during the show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Halsey is a missing person. No, it's probably this one, right? Yeah, it's probably this one.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
It was in the vent.
This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Welcome back, Sephia. Welcome back. The trial just kind of started.
Well played.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
That is a good question. Something happened before? Yeah, so I was trying to log back in, but then I stopped the stream in the middle of a cutscene, so I'm kind of stuck in here, so I was like, well, I gotta continue. So we're continuing the trial right now, or we just started the trial pretty much. We've learned some key pieces of evidence here. The murderer was... Select the gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill the empty gears in the correction of your rejection. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection of your remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions logically, complete this logic chain. How did the culprit trigger the onstage accident? The guard's investigation report indicates that fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through a rope suspending that water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. Lenny is no longer under suspicion that only the members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. What was the original plan for the performance? Lenny gave me a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of onstage interactions. Hope you didn't look up the secret. I did not yet, not yet. I think it'll be a while before I can actually do it because we're still in Act 1 of the story, so we have to complete Act 2. The clothes belong to Halsey, the young lady who went missing. Were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to field Delta information.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Third person? No, I don't think so.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I think it's her. There's no freaking way. Who was the only person who could have committed the crime? Is it Cowell? It's either Cowell or her, because the random audience member selection thing was rigged to always pick the same seat. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Hope you played Ace Attorney. I did, to an extent. I watched the playthrough.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Is he the... No. Either he set it up and... No, but how the fuck did he end up... He either set it up and then he got himself killed, or... The lady set it up and then thing, right? Like, I think it's the missing person, honestly.
Person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
I think it's her, honestly. No, it's not.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Unless there's a third person involved. But then there's no way to escape. No, it has to be the dude then.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
Oh, I'm dead serious, Paimon.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What if it was him in the audience? I don't know.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Would-be... Did he, like, disguise himself as the person in the stage, in the audience, and then, like, thing? I'm so confused. The only reason we don't know what happened to this lady's body. The only explanation that the lady is missing is if it was him himself, the victim. So it was Cowell in the audience. He got picked scriptedly to, you know, be part of this thing, set up the thing. Maybe the accident kind of got screwed along and he died in the process. And that's why we can't find this person's victim. He's had to switch clothes. Yes, that's exactly right. He had to switch the lady's clothes out to his own clothes. Right, okay. But there's no freaking... I don't know what the motive is. That's what the confusing part. But that makes complete sense given the dress inside the tunnel. Because we don't know what the hell this lady is. Okay, so how can we envisage Linné as having been unable to interfere with the crime? So...
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. they would likely have bumped into Linny as well. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
Yeah, no one left. How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey.
Yes, that's... Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Yes. Where did the missing Halsey go? He died.
It would have been tough for both people to... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the...
Okay, hold on. Maybe I might want to redo this.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
How can we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with the crime?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
I think it's this one, actually.
Into
Because I know this one...
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So...
Okay, I want to cancel that. Okay, let's...
The sound we heard may have...
Let's redo everything. Oh, wait, no.
No one entered or...
Okay. How can we... So... Unable to interfere with the crime. He's in the vent.
It would have been tough for both...
Yeah, Linny's in the vent.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrance.
How can you tell there's an altercation in the tunnel?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey.
Okay, yeah, that's correct.
The deceased's
Who is the
name
prime
is Cowell,
suspect? Yes.
Linny's assistant.
Where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? It would have been tough for both. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
The last one's either this or this one, because clearly they couldn't have left the entire Opera House and the clothes. Like, he clearly switched out of them, but I think it's this one. No one left the whole premise. Oh, wait, what? How can I prove there's an altercation in the tunnel? Oh, the thud.
The sound we heard may have come...
Incorrect? Oh, those two are correct. Okay. Okay, so those two are correct. So how is he unable to interfere with the tunnel?
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our... No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. Linny was not in the tunnel.
Okay, Linny's statement for sure. Yes, he was in the tunnel. Where did the missing Halsey go?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
So it's the dress.
Halsey's clothing was in the...
What? Where did they go?
It would have been tough for both
They didn't go in the
people to
vent,
fit
did
into
they?
that vent.
Wait, what? The colonel must have misunderstood the methods behind Minnie's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Linny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the Opera House, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Dude, Halsey is Cowell! Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Missing that key evidence.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
The water tank? Escape from the water tank? Wait, could it have been the water?
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold it! Objection! Hold it!
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
The broken face.
The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water. No one entered or Halsey's clothing was in the... It would have been tough for both people.
The vase
was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
You don't want the truth, do you, Farina?
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney.
Thank you.
Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Thank goodness for Newlet, bro. Farina's freaking annoying the hell out of me.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste.
Alright, hit me with it.
We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
The fuck?
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the primordial sea.
Farina, you're hating now? She's been so damn annoying once we got in this damn nation, bro. I get what she's like trying to do, but like it's so freaking annoying.
The primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Cowell belongs to an organization that sells illegal drugs, okay.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times.
So the level of Suyin? Oh my goodness, bro. She's honestly getting there. Unless she redeems herself later on.
One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty.
They try to do a drug exchange in the middle of a magic trick?
The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Bro, we have gods and people with freaking superpowers. Yes, why not?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If
people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Yes, Lee, just defend yourself.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
So he's trying to test this shit on people. But then, why did he end up, like, offing himself in the end? Was it an accident? Liquid from the guards in the fountain counselor seemed to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Bro, what kind of fucking drug is this? Who is the prime suspect? Cowell.
The deceased's name.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? Timing. Okay, hold on. What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey? The vials?
Water from the primordial...
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanisms behind the crime?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time.
Oh.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Wait, what?
Lynette was in the magic
on
box
stage
on
magic
stage
box
the entire
structure.
time. I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism? The mechanism behind the crime. Is it this?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
Okay, so that one's here. This one was there. What did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime? The rope?
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
This? Okay, no. Think Lenny staged it to off him? I don't know, bro. I don't think so. What? Oh, wait, what? What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage.
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
Lynette?
I remember there was something...
Okay, audience box. Okay, I thought it was the Lynette's box for a second, but I was like, no, it can't be.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon. Oh my gosh, the freaking water, the freaking drug was in the balloons.
When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
That's the question, right? Yeah.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Yes!
What a humiliation.
Just help us! Stop freaking arguing with us!
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
Okay, so Halsey was the subject. There's a third party.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Bring it up, what's up?
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Lenny's personal effects.
Lenny!
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you.
That's some bullshit. Who freaking staged this damn evidence?
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
I'm gonna refute your ass.
Lenny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lenny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
That's some bullshit right there.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon.
You mean he murdered him with the vase?
Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Objection!
Am I right, Mr. Lenny?
Objection!
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Hold the phone there, bro.
Is this the end of the road?
No. Oh, what?
No. I can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around
Yeah,
this.
we just learned that at the beginning of the stream, actually. It was brought up by Farina, who just dug it up for some damn reason. Throw everything against him.
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now.
You're
And
actually
we
did
have
say
ample
that.
witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
I know. I remembered that too from last stream. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know, but it makes sense now.
I believe this is indeed the finale.
Hold it. Objection.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Thank you, Navia.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Lenny, if you would be so kind.
Excuse me?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
So she got turned into water, right? So we try to like bring her back. Like, what?
But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
What?
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
What if she wasn't a Fontaine people? That's true, honestly.
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
What?
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate
What
us
the
three.
fuck? So you're just hiding the whole time?
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowell. I admit it.
What the fuck?
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Oh my gosh, it didn't work on her.
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before.
She is the thief from the start.
But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Or he ultimately died.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If there was a practice hand of concealment, probably, yes.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
Alright, let's cook. When he entered the tunnel. So, no, we're trying to do it from her perspective, right? So, there's the switching. No. The device used for thing. Okay, now that's correct. Halsey dissolved. No, she did not dissolve. There were many pieces of broken. No. The device was used during Linnea's performance? No. Wait, okay, hold up. Okay, so... Okay, Linnea entered tunnel, that's correct. Halsey did not dissolve. She didn't dissolve, clearly. Okay, let me see this. In fighting behind, Lenny wanted all the credit, and Halsey appeared. But there is evidence proving that a fight did break out in the tunnel. This is because of that.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowell.
Linnea knocked Cowell out. Oh my gosh, so this is the dude that's been... This is the Jack the Ripper dude. He's been dissolving people into liquid. Halsey has appeared completely unharmed by all her eyes, freely object alone. After the fight, then what did Holly do? She changed clothes.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid.
Meticulous magic design, acting caused the water tank to crash down and make it seem like an accident. No, that's correct. I think this one... How would Halsey have reacted? That, yes.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Only one truth prevails.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Damn. I thought it was her as Cowell all along, was like, we didn't know where the frick she went.
That she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
That makes sense, yeah.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
She's the one who stole the macarons.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
Stay silent.
Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Take the L, Farina. Take it. Take the L.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No.
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
I knew that would happen.
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision. As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
How the fuck does a machine determine all this shit? I think Charles was angry at Lynette and Linny for not telling them their Fatui. Yeah, we had that. Like when we first discovered it, we were like, okay, hold up, court adjourned for an hour break. Like I need to talk to my clients, and then we were like, yo, the fuck, guys? Like what the hell, man? What's this? But regardless of the fact, we were like, okay, fine, we'll still defend you, but...
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
This fucker's on it! Accomplice!
Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Guards, arrest this man!
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Oh.
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
Higher-ups my ass!
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes?
Oh, to this drug organization shit.
Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes! I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
What the fuck? Turn into water!
And now he can no longer talk.
What the fuck is happening?
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of
What
them.
is this fucking organization?
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
What the fuck? Oh shit, someone died again.
So, we're just going back now?
Yeah, let's not. Can we just leave? Like, we're not involved in this shit anymore. Problem seems to be solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
We're not involved, fine. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
What?
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
We're square, bro.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
I fucking called it. These all.
That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? Wait, fuck, which one's that one? Oh my freaking goodness. It's all coming together. Ah, fuck, I forgot which one's the Knave. I forget which one's Arlecchino, but like, fuck, dude, they have so many different titles.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Wait, it is the she!
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story?
Okay, so I wasn't
It's about
bullshitting. It was
my
like, yeah,
past.
I could have sworn the Knave was her, but then they said father. I was like, what?
Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me.
Wait, so he is like Seto Kaima. Oh my gosh, it fucking is, bro. It's Mokuba.
I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh, that's fucked up, bro.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
What happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the Knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Fuck.
Father, I mean, the Knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Most likely something such. I thought they were alluding to that. I was like, dude, that's some fucked up shit in this game. That's all in the past, though. The Knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans.
What?
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
Seems too convenient, you ask me.
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the Knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always defend our homeland.
Everyone at Hotel Bouffe. Okay, so she originates from Fontaine. Okay, I can see that. Okay.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
Wait, do you want me to say the restaurant name? My bad.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't trust you guys completely.
It's alright, I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you.
Every time there's a French word, you want me to pronounce it? Alright, fine, I'll remember that.
I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I get where he's coming from. I understand, bro. Fine. We're square, alright?
Bye, Linny.
Yeah, we just literally didn't say anything. Oh, hey, there we go. I'm on my bonus. Oh, my goodness. Sheesh. That trial's out of the way now. My goodness, there's too much shit going on. Well, we're gonna run to the nave now?
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Navia, I'm sorry. I'm just a traveler, bro. I'm not trying to get involved in this shit.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now?
Look, all we really want to do is look around for the gods and find our sister. We don't really need to get involved here.
And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Too much shit has happened ever since we got here. I agree.
Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
She's really trying to keep us here.
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Fine, let's go have that meal.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right, then. Let's have our farewell meal.
Is she rich? Yo, she's probably like a freaking mafia boss or something, bro. Got the drip. Wait, that was Act 1? Hope she's not like Mona. No, probably not. Ha. That was Act 1, eh? Okay. I'm sorry to make this kind of short, but I think I might just leave it for now. Because that's a good point to cut it off right now. And then we'll continue Act 2 and hopefully not have too much disturbances. Where is this hotel? Oh, we're over here. I was like, where the hell are we? Alright. I think we'll leave that there for now. We'll continue the story another time. Damn, I should have just continued, bro. I didn't know how long Act 1 would be, but Act 1 was literally the entire trial. So now we can start Act 2. And I think Act 3 is the final chapter. So we can have it pretty structured. Damn it, if I had an extra hour, I would have just had all one continuous stream, but it's okay. Alright, in that case, do I got anything here? No. Alright. Oh wow, I got 1600 gems. Yes, that's going to my Navia funds indeed. For now, I guess I'll just help commissions for now, I guess. I'll use my resin, call it a night. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I really want to continue. Oh, so you hit the dragon. Nice, nice. And getting a lyre. Oh, yes, you have to get that. Yes, that's pretty good progress. Oh, wait. Do I want to still be Hydro? I guess. Water bubble.
Strike a pose.
So, I'm assuming... Wait, you're getting the lyre. Oh, so you haven't met Batman yet. Gotcha. I don't know how I said Batman, but you get the stealth mission. Hey, Swatter.
Go!
Barbados, guide us.
Get the lyre. That's pretty considerable progress. I feel like. Have you ever hit a road yet in like the adventure rank? That's pretty good progress, honestly. Let's see here. Where am I going? Okay, that I can do this.
With the wind.
Okay, that's fine, I guess. Were you able to explore like all the things, the teleporters you wanted to get, or not yet?
Shower me with praise.
I think at that point you're not too locked. You can literally walk anywhere at that point.
Go!
Although, like everything in the world might just kill you though. Trying your best, all good. Some, I mean, as long as you get like majority of the ones like in Mondstadt, then like probably like you can just teleport everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I think if there's nothing like a wall blocking you over here, like you could just walk over there, right? Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any restriction. Back along.
Who's our target this time?
So try to get most of them. Yeah, there you go. Get all the teleporters, farm up them Prima gems, and there you go. Man, my HP is so low all the time because of Farina. I was about to jump off with no stamina. Have you had a drowning incident yet? I feel like that's gonna be super common at the beginning of the game.
Time to go.
Let's see here. I got my resin almost capped too. I really wish they implemented the what we call it, the preserved resin thing or trailblaze thing, because honestly, if there's excess resin, I would like it to be like not go to waste. Go to hold on, no, hold on. Cancel this navigation. We're not doing the quest right now. I don't want to trigger this shit on accident. I wonder if I have access to reputation ranks now. No, I still don't have access to reputation. Damn, that's a shame. I don't know where the frick to find, that's the Opera House. Yeah, I guess I don't have access to rewards reputation yet for the city. Man. Okay, gotta keep doing. I'm just fully around at the moment. Yeah, that's the name of the game, ain't it? Just walk around, find stuff, do stuff, find puzzles. The works. There. You have the whole world open to you. You got a lot of time, honestly. I wouldn't say there's like a need or a rush to do anything, but oh wait, did daily reset happen? Oh, it did. Complete Archon Quest Interlude Chapter 3. Oh, what? I don't. Oh. Looks like I don't need to do that anymore. Oh yeah, I never get to ask you. Are you playing on America, Cephia? So I could add you as a friend, or are you playing on a different server?
Thank you for
Oh, not that one. Not that one either.
Add Astro.
What's the run playing? I am playing in the America server. Indeed. Same as Star Rail. Log in. Missions. Oh boy. What is this? Oh, it's this thing. Okay. Looks like I got some extra stuff to play for a bit. There's a lot of stuff here. What else? Alright, let me just hit up my resin real quick, I guess. We're at the secret fountain. So I have to complete Act 2 to see the secrets of this fountain. This is where you all hold your trials and shit. Hold on, check. Alright, now that I know your whole secret, Linny, I probably can't add you. Oh no. What server are you playing on? Damn, you are freaking built. I mean, I can make another account with a different... No, it's totally fine. It's okay. You don't want to reset your progress at this point, right? It's totally fine. If anything, we just can't co-op together, but I mean, it's whatever, right? What in the heck is this build? You get crit rate, bro? Oh, you got crit rate there. Damage. Crit damage. Damage. What? You get crit rate on Ascension, bro? You do. That makes sense. Alright, maybe I might level you up, Linny. I did level up your sister, but you gotta earn our trust. Because clearly we freaking don't trust them at all. You're on Asia for the early access? Ah, I feel it. Yeah, they get things way faster than us. Yep.
Strike a pose! Let the world come on!
Busted. Quietly.
I swear by my sword!
You saw it posted in Star General? I did not. Let me take a look. Is it Woho's teaser? Because I saw that they did upload that just now. Or not just now, but like a while back. So I did want to check that out. Two. Two. Let's see. Ain't no fucking shot. These are the reruns for next update, bro. Bro, J1 is getting so damn freaking big. Shafted. Oh, cool. There's some optimizations. Relic and Hampton observation. Okay. That's cool. Relic enhancement optimization. What is the same one? Okay, same one. Forgotten Hall auto clear. What? Excuse me? If a trail player achieves a 3-star victory in stage 5 of a specific memory of chaos period, they can instantly challenge any memory of chaos period starting from stage 5 directly. Wait, what the fuck? So, if you clear all the memory of chaos, then you don't have to do it anymore? Is that what I'm getting at? Because you clear stage 7, then everything before stage 7, you don't have to do it anymore, so you just, you know, go straight from 7 and onwards. But if you clear the whole thing, then that means you can just clear the whole thing, right? You don't have to do it anymore. Links are real. It's gonna be painful for Vulcan. Really? I mean, I already have Kafka, so that's kind of thing. Blade's like kind of whatever, but that's interesting. They would bring her back after they buffed Dot, or not buffed it, but like they introduced the Dot set. Yo, this memory of chaos buff is legit. Then this is easy. They just like, if you clear everything, then you're good. Okay, there's a stage 11 and 12. Never mind. The version 1.6 for existing 10 stages of memory of chaos will introduce 2 new memories of chaos challenge stages, 11 and 12. Achieving a 3-star stages in 12 and 11 and 12 will dish you another more gems. Okay, so technically we load up to 10, right? Okay, that's true. Yeah, we did only go up to 10, so maybe these ones might be super challenging. Ooh, Hanya stuff? Yes. Interesting. Man, all this updates coming in tomorrow, right? Shoot. That'll be fun. This is going to be interesting indeed. Well, for the people who missed them. Oh, are you planning on Kafka? Is that the plan? Let's see. What am I doing now? Wait, what? Oh, I was so confused. I was like, where the hell am I? You have Kafka? Oh, cool, nice. For those who don't have her and like want to do all the dot shit, that's perfect now. Because Gwenaifin's good and whatnot. For people who either missed her or skipped, that's true. Blade could be an interesting rerun. I mean, it depends. Because Blade does work in some certain scenarios. I think it does actually work with my Jingliu, so that'd be great too. But alas, I'm saving for Ruan Mei. So there's that. What else do I want to do? I do have bosses. I don't have bosses. I need to wait for this dude to respawn. Where is he? Wait, is it respawned already? Oh, it respawned. Damn it, I have to teleport away. Oh, wait a minute. Freaking hard mode comes out for Nikkei this week too, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I was like, oh yeah, this nothing's going on right now. But I was like, oh wait, there are things going on amidst Honkai Star Rail updates this week. Nikkei's hard mode comes out. I want to continue this game in the damn Archon quests. Holy moly. It's gonna be quite a busy week. Was waiting if you noticed. I may have forgotten. I was like, let me see. I think Blue Archive technically also, I think the main event's over, right? So I don't know what's updates next. Or I think it's a rerun actually. I remember from the second anniversary stream and the what we call it, the roadmap. It's here now, Blue Archive event now. Shit. Okay, I need to update my game. Please don't crash my phone game. I had enough trouble trying to update Star Rail and its pre-installation. What event is it now? Actually, I think it's a rerun. No. Paying attention to him lately? Yeah, it's all good. Shit, and I gotta juggle Fate. Honestly, with Fate, I'm kind of fucked actually. Because lo and behold, you have to be caught up in the story of Fate to do the event. So when I noticed that, I was like, oh, I think I'm fucked. The Sweets event. Oh right, that's the rerun. Okay, it's only a few megabytes. Thank goodness. Not too much damage. Damn. Yeah. I looked at the event. I was like, oh, why is this event gray? It's like, I'm pretty sure I should be able to do this. I was like, no, you have to complete. What's it? Is it 6.5? Lost Belt? That one. And I was like, oh fuck. I'm still in Atlantis. Yeah, I think my FGO progress is kind of taking a big hit lately. 5.5. Is it 5.5? Wait. So it's Atlantis, and then it's the not the Gouda thing, but like it's like that mini one or that in between one, and then 6, then not Avalon or Kavlon, but. I mean, I probably could if I wasn't like streamer mode and I was like, I want to stream the story.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Camelot 6. Okay, I thought it was 6.5. So there might be a potential for me to do it, but like I would probably like just have to like forget about streaming it. Even though I technically would love to stream like FGO story. It's either that or I wait for the rerun next year. Assuming there is a rerun next year. I'm pretty sure there is a rerun next year, but that's not it. Tab. I don't want to skip the Atlantis story. There's no way. I think that this event's out for what, 2 weeks, right? Let me actually log into FGO and find out so I can see how fucked I am. How long do you take to respond, boss? A boss. A boss. 2 minutes? Alright. Perfect enough time to do my daily logins real quick.
Go!
I wish I could sit down here, but alas. Okay, let me see this shit. Oh my gosh, this event's only up for 12 days. In order to participate, you must clear Naraka Mandala Heian Kyo.
When the sun's
I'm
out,
so
bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Okay, this event has to be rerun next year, right? There's no shot. Okay, I think... Oh my gosh, but there's a fucking welfare too.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. Wanna come over for tea?
I'm also checking too if there's a rerun. I'm pretty sure there should be. That's like my hope. Because unless I binge the whole damn Atlantis story, I just can't, bro. I don't want to skip story in FGO.
Huh? Toodaloo.
Wait, there's no rerun of this one? You gotta be shitting me. Oh my gosh. No. No. No.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to binge Atlantis now. Wait, I have to complete Heian Kyo though, right? I have to complete that and Atlantis. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so fucked.
Toodaloo.
I'm double fucked. Mysterious Ranmaru X. Is she good? Is she super solid?
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh.
Been procrastinating too much? Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. Is this mission based?
One client.
No, please tell me it's not fucking
clients,
mission based. I
three
hate
clients.
missions. Oh my fucking goodness. She's from what the vid software. Why isn't this rerun yet? Game, please. You're killing me here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If I did do this, I would have to just straight up focus on FGO for like a long, not like long time, but like for this week.
Wanna come over for tea?
I would have to clear Atlantis, clear Heian Kyo, and then work on this thing. Fuck it. You know what? I'm charging the tablet, bro. Okay, I'm gonna do this all offline, but like I have to. I refuse. Better than triple point ladder in my opinion. That's fair. I guess so. Where's my ain't no shot there's no rerun of this.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Oh, she's an Avenger? Oh, wow.
Toodaloo.
Alright, I think it's time to commit some bullshittery and grind the fuck out of FGO. Oh, fuck me. Alright. You want to play it that way? Okay, there's 12 days. If I spend like about 2 or 3 days just grinding out the damn story, and then I could like, you know, start working on the mission thing for like a week, I think I can do it. Okay, I got one last use of resin here, and I'm gonna go straight into freaking FGO. Wait, you're sure that one's 5.5, Camelot's 6, right? I'm freaking nervous right now. Because if I had to, I thought I could have sworn it was after Camelot. How many games do you have that have upcoming new content? Okay, let's run it through, right? Genshin, not yet. Genshin's chill, thankfully. What else? Star Rail is updating now, but since we just getting the update now, we have about a whole update worth of time to do that. Blue Archive just updated now, but it's a rerun event, so I honestly don't really, you know, I could kind of fuck around with that. Nikkei's doing hard mode in a few days, which isn't the worst thing, but that means there's only 1 week left for the anniversary. Then FGO is still ongoing with Guda Guda, so I just had to clear that shit. Okay, it is 5.5. Oh, thank goodness. All right, I'm gonna grind the shit out of that. I really wanted to stream Atlantis because I think I did start streaming Atlantis beforehand, but I cannot wait. I gotta go plus ultra on this shit, even further beyond. Hope you don't procrastinate again. There's nothing that you have to like clear. What was it? Lost Belt 6, right? Please, because I would love to stream some Lost Belt stuff eventually.
Time to shine. Quietly now. Wind, hear me.
Go as far.
Not that I'm aware of. Okay, thank goodness. If something's gonna restrict me from Lost Belt 6, then I'm gonna have to freaking binge that too. I'm just gonna cry.
The more data samples, the better.
Okay, how many of these things do I need for a boss? Okay, 20, 32, 40, 44, 46. Maybe the summer featuring the Fae Nights. Oh, please don't. I'm gonna look up right now. I'm too panicked. I'm too nervous. I'm gonna look it up right now. 16, bro. Freaking drop rates. I hate them so much. Drop rates suck. All right, where's that event? Where's the events page? I know you're here somewhere. Summer, FGO summer. Where'd you go? You're in August, right? Yes, here we go. Sarvant Summer Festival. It doesn't? Clear Yuki? Oh, thank goodness. Alright. We're good. We're deja vu. Alright, now we do have an event to do real quick. So let's try this out. Unlock the Vaporize reaction. Do you have access to this event, Steffi? This is actually a good source of gems, honestly. You get trial characters anyways in this event, so you're fine if you don't have any of these characters. It's just literally, like, honestly trying to teach you, like, reactionary stuff with elements, and then just do some challenges. What do you vape? Hutao. Bruh. What are you gonna do? Vape? Oh, with this dude? I guess so. No, that's fine. I'll have to check later. All good. It's a good amount of source of gems. There's like, this is where I tried Nouvelette, and I was like, oh my goodness, bro, what the fuck is this character, bro? He freaking shoots a hydro pump constantly. Doing the FGO event without freaking out the requirements. Is it time gated? Hopefully it's time gated, so I have some time to like do stuff, but or not to do stuff, but it's freaking prep.
Nice and spicy.
The wind knows me. Cascade.
Water breathing, first form.
Out of the frying pan.
It's time gated? Okay. Thank goodness. I have some time. I think with a week left in the event, I think I could probably binge it to an extent. So I think it's doable. If I spend like a day or 3, oh my gosh, hopefully Lost Belt Atlantis is not too long though, and Heian Kyo.
Go in.
clouds high, the birds call, one with nature.
Eat this! Booba, get
What the frick? I killed them all already? Oh my goodness. Bro, I didn't get to vape. I didn't get to use my water breathing.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
nice and spicy.
Kamisato up. Suiyu.
Water breathing. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm too damn strong for this event. I mean, unless you skip, which I know you won't, it would be fast enough in maybe a few hours. Either I skip and then I read summaries afterwards, or like go back in the logs and do it, or I legit read them all. Either or, I guess it's both the same outcome. I would really not prefer to skip.
Dreamwork. As one with wind and clouds, into the wind.
You can't run!
Booba, get
Cascade. Mind the deluge.
But he won't stream the story for us? Yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't know if I got the time for that, or the capabilities to. Just to be sure, I'm pretty sure they log every single cutscene, right? In the Lost Belts, right? I could reread everything. Hold on, I'm gonna go check. Because if that's the case, then I might do the unthinkable and then just read it later. But that's like worst case scenario. Let me see. Material story, main records, Lost Belt 5. That's not too bad, actually. They kind of organize it, actually, too. Prologue, intro, section 1, section 2. That's not bad, actually. Okay, that's like worst case scenario, if anything. Is that it? Oh, I think that's it. Alright, let me go back to the court. I want to go back to the courthouse. That'll be where we end the stream. The Opera, the Eclipse. Wow, their little mill scene. Like I made you panic a little bit. I honestly panicked when I saw that it was fucking time gated, and then I was like, oh gosh, it's not being rerun. Oh gosh, I have to complete Landis. Oh gosh, I have to complete Heian Kill. I was like, oh no, my procrastination has caught up to me. Well, you know what? We got this. All right, here we go. End the stream on the scales with Farina. Well, fellow travelers, that's the end of Act 1, plus some other extra farming stuff for Navia, but you know what? It's all good in the hood. We will continue eventually. I think we were discussing before that I have a lot to catch up on in my other games. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I'll stream some more Genshin. We completed Act 1, so Act 2 and Act 3 are on the horizon. And like I said, Star Rail is doing their updates for the 1.5. So we'll have that to stream eventually 2 months later on. Yeah, maybe. That actually might be the case, honestly, at this point. DK will have their hard mode unlocked soon, so maybe we can do that too as well. What else?
Tea parties
Warcraft's
are
kind
a
of
must
chill.
for
Nothing's
the
going on
well-mannered.
too much until
If
like
you'd
there's a
like to
new
learn the
actual
proper
event.
etiquette, I'd be happy to
What
teach you.
else? FGO. I'm gonna be doing some offline FGOing for a while, so if you don't hear from me, that's probably why. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next time. I said that already. Words. Have a good night, everyone. Let me play Farina's end credit song here. And also mute the game. Hold on, it's loud. Alright, I'll see you all next time. Peace.